Hi Scorpio, welcome to June. This is Teresa from tarotbytea.com. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some sacred space and some good vibes, some good energy for this reading. And I want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your support, for taking the time out to comment on the videos and let me know how they've helped you. And also for those who have ordered readings, thank you. I appreciate your support as well. And thank you for choosing me. I'm honored that you have chosen me to do a reading for you. And I've enjoyed working with everyone. So let's get on to your reading for June. We have a new moon in Gemini and a full moon in Capricorn this month. Plus Mars is going retrograde. Oops. Okay, I dropped this. Three of Pentacles. Career success. Okay, so let's see what does Scorpio need to know for the month of June. What's coming up for Scorpio in terms of love and life? Love, relationships, life. What does Scorpio need to know? May only the highest forces be present at this reading to ensure that the truth be told. What does Scorpio need to know about love and life? Let's see. The Queen of Swords. The High Priestess. The Two of Cups. The Five of Wands. The Sun. Oh, that's good. The King of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Three of Wands. Okay, so this is interesting. Let's see what's going on here. So the Queen of Swords. You might be feeling like the Queen of Swords in June, where you're being very cautious and standoffish. Like, I'm independent, I don't need anyone. Maybe you've been hurt in the past and you're not making it easy for people to approach you this month. The Queen of Swords has been through a lot. And you're kind of in this off with your head kind of mode. So anybody that messes with you is going to get told something. You know, you're going to be speaking your truth in June. And you're going to maybe seem a little bit harsh. So don't go over the top with it. But use your fine intellect to make decisions based on reality. You're going to see, especially we have, Mercury and Saturn opposing each other this month at the new moon. So reality is going to be very obvious. If you've been fantasizing about something, you're going to see the truth. And you're going to be able to make decisions based on that truth. And plus, you have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is your friend in June. She represents intuitive knowing, being able to see what's hidden. And nobody is better than that than Scorpio. I mean, Scorpios can see through people. They can tell, when someone's being genuine or not. They understand. They just know. You can't lie to a Scorpio because they know the truth. So you might as well just tell them the truth because they're going to know one way or another. And they really hate liars. I mean, if you lie to a Scorpio or if you're being a phony, they're just not going to have anything to do with you. That's just the way they are. And rightly so. So trust your intuition in June. If you're feeling something is not right or is right, it doesn't always have to be bad. Whatever you're feeling, your intuition will guide you in the right direction. The High Priestess is someone who's very in tune with the other, things that are not tangible. Intuitive knowing. So you're feeling very intuitive in June. Use that gift. Now, you have the Two of Cups here. So there could be a relationship that there's someone that you're wanting to connect with, or you're either connecting with someone or you're wanting to connect with someone who could be represented by this King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. He deals with money, he deals with land, he might have his own business. He's very stable, could be a little stubborn, but very down to earth, very dependable. So either you're interested in this person, or he might, he just seems like a decent guy. And usually the King of Pentacles is. He's someone that, he may not be the most exciting guy on the block, but he's going to be there. He's concerned with family and security. He's your go-to guy if you ever need anything. He'll be there for you. Not like some of these more exciting but flighty types, you know, who are just there for the moment. And you're feeling a strong connection with this guy. You've got this Two of Cups. It's almost like a soulmate union. I mean, you've had interactions with him. You feel like you're both on the same page, that you think alike, you feel the same way about a lot of things. Five of Wands. You may have had a recent argument. With the Five of Wands, that's like fighting over petty stuff. So there might have been something that came up where you had a disagreement. Each person was trying to pull in their own direction. Like, you weren't cooperating with each other. You're wanting to do this, he's wanting to do that. So you may have had some, and there might be also not only just petty arguments, but sometimes the Five of Wands is internal conflict. So if you're having problems with this guy, it could be because of some internal conflict, either with you or him. Like, not sure how to proceed. Maybe you're not sure if does he care about me? Do I have a chance with this guy? Am I just imagining that he likes me? You know, it's because the High Priestess is here. You're flying blind because he's not saying anything. Because the King of Pentacles, if he's an Earth sign, especially Taurus, they're men of few words. They don't talk. You know, you have to kind of almost guess. What are they thinking? You know, and a Scorpio can probably find out. You know, you have your intuitive ways of knowing. He's just very, you know, meat and potatoes kind of guy. I mean, so he's not going to be, you know, talking up a storm. He's going to be more, he'll be stable. So anyway, this, if you have had a conflict with someone, know that this is on its way out, because it has influenced the relationship, but it's fading. It's in the position of moving out. Coming up, you have the Sun. So definitely the Sun is a great card in a reading, because it means that whatever conflict or whatever problems you're experiencing, the Sun's saying it's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. It's just a temporary hiccup. So if you've had an argument with someone, know that it's only temporary, that the future looks good. You got the Sun here. The Sun, in a relationship reading, the Sun means two people who really enjoy being together, who really have fun when they're together. You have this like rapport, this special rapport. And that's good. You're like two kids when you're together. You just enjoy being together. You're doing fun things. Time just seems to stand still. Or you could be sitting together. It feels like 10 minutes and it's 10 hours. You know, that's the kind of energy of the Sun. It's the childlike energy. It's fun. It's telling you, don't stress. The sun is going to come out. It's going to be okay. It's like, when a storm blows through and you're thinking, oh my God, there's a storm and there's clouds. Then all of a sudden the sun breaks out. Oh, and the sun's back out and everybody's happy. Well, that's the Sun. That's the energy of the Sun. So the clouds are going to part. And here's this guy in your future, the King of Pentacles. He represents security. He cares about security. So, and he knows how to make money. He's a good businessman. You have also though, you have some career stuff happening, because the Three of Pentacles flew out of the deck when I was shuffling before. The Eight of Pentacles, you're taking it, you're really working on your career. You're kind of taking a different direction. You're either learning new skills or taking a different path. You might have been, in your current situation, you've been learning some things that you didn't have exposure to before. And it's going to pay off. Three of Pentacles in your environment. That's a success card, recognition. So whatever you've been working on, you're going to get accolades. You're going to get either a promotion or some type of public recognition of your skills. You're going to be seen as someone who's good at what they do. So keep up the good work. You're on the path to success. You've also got the Nine of Pentacles here in your wish fulfillment. That usually comes up when you're doing okay financially, You know, you might have a nice home to live in. You might have, you know, money in the bank, but you're feeling lonely and you're wanting to share your life with someone. It's like, okay, it's not enough to be surrounded by luxuries. You know, I can go out and buy whatever I want, and I have a nice home, a roof over my head, I've got a job, you know, that pays the bills. I want to be with someone. So it's possible that you could have something happening with this king in June. Another thing that the Nine of Pentacles can mean is also working in a situation where you have greater independence. So that could either mean you start your own business and you're working as an independent contractor, or you're working in a position where you're in charge. You have the authority to lead. You know, you're not reporting to someone else. They're just telling you, here, this is your project, run with it. You just let us know what's going on, you know. So you're in charge. You're not, you know, having to answer to a higher authority or a micromanager. It's not like when you have a manager over you who's telling you what to do. With the Nine of Pentacles, they're just telling you, this is your domain, get the work done. So you can this career success could lead to some type of position of either where you're a manager or you're in a position of authority, where your expertise is being valued and you're given free rein to do what you see is best. And you have the Three of Wands, which is a card of the ships are coming in. You know, in the Two of Wands, the person has put energy out there and they're not sure where it's going to go, what's going to come back. With the Three of Wands, this is, you know, threes always represent birth or fruition. So, you know, you initiate something with the Ace, you form a partnership with the Two, and then the Three creates the results of your action. You know, Two is interaction, it's duality. So you're interacting with someone, and then Three is the results. You're starting to see results. You have the Three of Wands. This guy is waiting, and the ships are coming back with the goods. So you're going to see results for all your efforts that you've been putting in. So if you've been working on your career, looking for jobs, you're going to start to see, you might be forming a partnership with two other people. You might be part of a team. And you're working together to create some goal. And the goal is going to be, it's going to work out fine. You're going to have recognition. You're going to have career success. It could also mean that once this conflict gets resolved, you're going to start to see some results in relationship also. Maybe with this King of Pentacles. Now, sometimes the King of Pentacles can mean the entrepreneur, someone who wants to start their own business. So if you've been thinking about starting a business, that could be good too. It could work in your favor. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So you have a new moon in Gemini, and that's in your 8th house. So that's a new beginning. Now the 8th house is a house of other people's resources, but it's also the house of intimacy, sex, death, transformation. Death, in a sense, not so much, I mean, you know, I don't want to get into like the end of your life or whatever, but it means a new beginning that will transform you. A new beginning, it could be an intimate relationship, a relationship where you actually have more of an intimate connection with someone. And that person is a resource, becomes a support to you, because 8th house is a supportive resource. It's the opposite to the second. So that's the second house is the house of self-esteem, self-worth. The 8th house is how other people value you and what support they're willing to give you. Sometimes the 8th house can represent a partner's income. So if you're in a marriage, the new beginning could be that your partner has some type of career success and brings more money in, or is able to support you better. Mars is tearing through your 4th house right now, and it's going retrograde. So you may be working on your home, trying to get your house fixed up. Actually, when Mars goes through the 4th house, and because it's going retrograde, usually Mars goes through a sign, you know, maybe 2-3 months. It's a quick moving sign, but when it retrogrades, it could stay in a sign from 6 to 8 months. I mean, it could stay because it's going forward, it's coming back, it's going forward. So, and Mars always points to the area where your energy is going. So your energy is going to be in the home. So maybe you get some type of promotion, you get some money coming in, you have a relationship, and you're wanting to fix up your house. That's the best way to use the energy of Mars, is to do something physical in the home. That could be sex in the home, if you're in a relationship, or working on the house. Because if you don't do something physical, then you might be fighting in the house, with someone that you're sharing your space with. So you don't want to fight. Put your energy toward exercise, build a home gym, work out in the basement, or spend your energy cleaning the house, doing spring cleaning, doing reconstruction, redecorating. That's the way you want to work out with the home. Because you have the North Node in the 10th house, so you're going to be getting some type of recognition in your career, definitely. That's your karmic path. But, so maybe this recognition allows you to do make some changes to your home and your living conditions. You have Uranus in Taurus. It's moving from Aries, from the 6th house, where it was shaking up your work life and maybe, unexpected some health issues. Now it's moving into Taurus. It may not be in your 7th house yet, because it's just in the early beginning degrees of Taurus right now. Depends on what degree your ascendant is. But eventually it's going to be moving into the 7th house. And then it's going to shake up your relationships. It could bring a sudden new relationship that could bring a lot of fun and excitement to your life. With Uranus, you never know if it's going to last, because it's unstable. But one thing, it will bring freedom. So if you feel like your relationships have been dull and boring, or there's nothing happening, Uranus can bring something unexpectedly out of the blue. You also have Mercury and Saturn activating your 9th and 3rd house. Those are the communication houses. So Saturn in your 3rd, Mercury in the 9th. That could mean that you're communicating with, you could be working on some type of internet project or communications project, or communicating with companies that have a global reach. With the Saturn in the 3rd house, that could cause problems in communication with relatives. You feel like they're not understanding you, or you're afraid to speak up about some issue that you're having with a relative. There could be some communication blocks. So if you do communicate about something that's difficult, you want to come from a place of nurturing, because Mercury in Cancer, you want to, be soft with it. Don't be harsh in your communication. And you should be okay. You have Jupiter going through your 1st house, so you're golden, and it's trining Neptune in Pisces. So let's see, Neptune in Pisces would be your 5th house. You could create some type of dream. You could meet a soulmate. Or you could create, if you're an artist, you can create something that is really, that brings you a lot of recognition. So get those creative juices flowing. And for some of you, it could even be a child. But I think it could be also a romantic partner. Just make sure with Neptune, the best way to use the Neptune energy is creativity. Because then that's how you use your imagination. It gives you a lot of, the strength is in the imagination, thinking of all these ideas and creating something, out of this world. When Neptune is involved in relationships, you can over-idealize someone. You cannot see them for who they really are. So you want to make sure that you don't expect too much or believe, just look at someone. You won't really know until the Neptune influence has passed if the person is the soulmate or if it's just an illusion. But it can feel like a soulmate connection. And if it lasts after the Neptune influence, then it's a soulmate spiritual connection. Now you have a full moon in Capricorn. And that's happening in your 3rd house. So something may be coming to a completion with siblings, relatives. If there was any kind of conflict, you may resolve it now or finish it. Or if you're working on some type of web project, internet, communication, marketing, that could be coming to completion at this time. The moon is conjunct Saturn. So if you have a falling out with someone, could be a female relative, maybe you need to have a conversation with them and talk honestly about it. Because you also have Uranus in the 7th. Uranus moving into the 7th, Jupiter in your 1st, Mars in the 4th. Maybe you need some more nurturing at this time. Or, I don't know, Uranus always brings surprises. So, surprise relationships, surprise developments. You may enter a new relationship or leave a relationship suddenly. You just feel stifled and you want to be free. A lot can happen. And relationships, the 7th house is not just romantic. It could be business partnerships too. So you could leave a job suddenly because you have this great new opportunity. That's bringing you more recognition, more money, more creativity. So your relationships might be, and especially since Uranus is opposing Scorpio, it's going to shake up how you express your ego. Like if something's holding you back from self-expression, you may feel the pressure to rebel in some way. If a relationship is stifling you, whether it's business or personal, you're going to feel the need to speak up, rebel, or shake off whatever is holding you back so that you can be more authentic. And I don't know, sometimes Uranus to me, you need a lot of freedom. You might need freedom from something right now. Maybe someone is being too obsessive or something and you just feel like you're oppressed. You need to be free. So you might need to have a conversation with someone about how much space, each person needs. But other than that, your love life looks great for June. I mean, especially career success, love, starting to see the results of all your hard work. It looks good, Scorpio. So that's my forecast for June. And I hope this reading was a help to you. And if you want to have a private reading, you can just contact me from the link in the description box. And we'll be working together. So have a wonderful June. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.